I think this is the official sound of the beginning of the podcast, isn't it?
Who has the loudest clap?
I think we determined that in the van last.
That was a good one.
Last tour, didn't we? Dan was the loudest clapper.
I'm the loudest clapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. First of all, for the official record, we did record a podcast on tour, but we did such a bad job capturing the audio. That
Also, the video, I look disgusting.
it was just like, we simply cannot put this out. It will damage our brand. So
Where were we again? We were in a hotel
I can't
in
even remember, dude.
Somewhere on the
Oregon
West
or
Coast.
something. Yeah, I feel like.
We were West Coasting it.
And then
We
Pete
were-
was having some difficulty with burpees.
Oh
after.
yeah, that was horrible. Jesus. So
That was the one and only day we did burpees. I was like, I'm gonna do 100 burpees on tour every day.
I tried the other day after we got home, and like I can do like groups of 10, and then it's just like you're fucked.
I did
They're
not
so
think
hard,
they
man.
would be that hard. Burpees are incredibly difficult. I did not think they would be, and I was horribly, horribly wrong.
I had a hard time with
Yeah.
it too. I mean, it could have been the cannabis, but it was definitely the cannabis. I couldn't figure it out. That's why I never should never smoke weed before you have anything important to do.
Such as
That's
burpees.
my rule usually, and yeah, 'cause-
Such as the burpees challenge.
yeah.
First to 100.
Yeah,
There's
so
no
this,
one.
This is the first, I guess, podcast after tour. Our plan originally was to do a bunch during tour. Turns out it's impossible to get anything done other than the shows because everybody's
Pretty much.
just tired, and we were driving ourselves and stuff. So it's kind of like, maybe if we were on the tour bus, it would be easier. But
There certainly was a lot of driving, especially the first stint. What did we spend, like 5 days in the van? 4 or 5
that
days?
was
or
fucking
something?
brutal.
Why don't we go through our tour history? So
Yeah, there
the
we
first,
Here's what I was thinking.
what?
Let's talk about all the bad things that happened first, and then we'll talk about all the good things that happened.
Okay.
All right.
Incredibly lopsided.
All right. So first bad
Chronologically,
thing.
What's the
first
first
bad
bad thing?
thing is our goddamn P2 visa.
Oh yeah.
Oh
the,
yeah.
the American government, they just decided that Simon was had a green card and was not eligible for. Is it curtains? So anyways, okay, cutting back. The American government decided that Simon was not eligible for a P2 visa, so they just denied our application. But luckily, the musicians union did tell us about this. So when I was checking in, they're like, "Oh yeah, no, your application is fucked," and we received this notification like weeks ago. Anyways, we got it figured out, but we got our P2, our visa paperwork the day we left, while we were basically at the border.
Tour.
Classic.
That's number one. Okay.
yeah.
Number two, on the way down. So we have like our own trailer.
Well, we used to.
We got it. I took it in to a mechanic and had them look at it. Needed new tires, and we thought the axle was bent. So we were like, well, we better get that fixed. I took it in. They measured it. They said axle's fine. They redid everything. Kept the same axle. It's all good. So we're driving down to Florida, and we're in North Dakota, and I was asleep in the shotgun or whatever passenger seat, and I kind of wake up, and then right as I wake up, Jono's like, "Oh shit!" You look at the rear or like the mirror, and there's just like smoke, and we're like, "What the fuck?" So Jono pulls over, and we see the tire rolling down the other side of the highway, and we're just like, "Holy shit!"
Oh shit, we lost the tire.
Yeah. So disaster.
Yeah.
We get out there. Turns out the wheel had just like sheared off.
The hub came
Yeah.
right off the axle. Yeah.
It just snapped off the axle and just flew. And anyways,
that was fun.
It was curtains.
yeah, the trailer was destroyed. The
Yeah.
axle's broken off. So yeah, anyways, it only took us like 2.5 hours to get back on the road.
Got a tow truck, pulled into the next town,
Yeah.
grabbed a U-Haul real quick. Fortunately, those tow truck dudes were solid, and they were like, "Hey, yeah, we'll take a broke down trailer and do something with it." So Good old small town dudes. They know how to fix shit up.
Props to the homies.
Yeah, that was sick. I was sitting in the very back of the van working, and the first thing I heard was like air escaping. Psh, I could see like the the air steam kind of coming from the tire area, and then the trailer, gong, just took a dive to the side. It's a good thing we were going straight, because if we were on a corner, that would have pulled us off the road. For
and then
sure.
and yeah,
We almost died.
Jono was driving,
He was.
saved us.
It's true.
His expert driving skills saved us.
Jono's driving saved us more than once.
Welcome to the tour, though. That's the thing. It's like this is Jono's first real drive around the country tour with the band, and or maybe in general.
I don't know.
I think he did some like West Coast stuff with
Yeah.
Florida Chaos,
He's not a newbie or nothing.
but he didn't drive down to Florida.
Yeah, so that was like the ultimate stress test. Was like, oh hey, here's a life-threatening accident that's
Yeah.
about to occur. Figure it out. He did a
He
good
did
job.
a great job, man. There was like a dead animal or a pile of garbage or something on the middle of the highway one time too. Jono driving again.
He was in Florida
And
at
yeah,
night.
it was at night, and it was like dark as hell, and all of a sudden there's this shit right in the middle of the lane. So Jono's just like, boom, like a pro, right around it. Trailer
I
on the
was
back
like-
and everything. It was like,
So-
tiny little chip.
I spent so much of that tour
Perfect.
just being like, if we crash, how will I die? Like, will it be? Will
What's
I,
the best way to
Is
die?
my head gonna hit the dash, or is it
Yeah.
gonna snap sideways and I'll just have
Oh,
a
man.
broken neck? Dude, I was
a lot of
constantly just
scenarios.
thinking up what would happen. Like, what would it be like?
Yeah.
Which is probably a bad thing to think about
So,
the whole tour.
What you probably need to do is weigh: should I wear my seatbelt and have an agonizing death, or possibly
Be chucked
saved
in the
and
vehicle.
take no damage or just minor damage, or should
Yeah.
I take my seatbelt off
And
just
ensure-
die instantly?
Yeah. Fly through the windshield, maybe
Yeah,
get
just-
a bit of
yeah, just
excitement on the
splatter.
way out,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Superman.
splattering would be best. I've heard some bad some so and so was like sitting cross-legged and then their fucking femur went through the chest or some shit.
Yeah, I've heard that. Or like they
And
were
then they
wearing their
survived.
seatbelt wrong and it chopped
Yeah.
them in two. My mom used to tell me that one when I wasn't wearing my seatbelt right. I heard a story about if guy didn't wear his seatbelt right and it chopped him in half. And I'd be like, oh my God, mortified.
Yeah,
as a kid,
band
right?
van is basically a death trap because there's so much gear and shit everywhere, and you're so heavy, and you got the trailer, and it's
Yeah.
just like get into an accident, and then the rat case comes flying through,
through the back of the
It's just
trailer.
Oh,
crushes
I got
you.
my head replaced by a pelican case, bro. It's hurt.
Yeah,
God damn.
Yeah, so that was two instances of us almost dying and Jono saving us.
Yep.
Our angel.
Your boy
baby
Jono,
boy
man.
Jono.
He pulled through for us a couple times.
Speaking of tour vehicles being destroyed, I saw on Facebook that Big Wreck, the Canadian band,
Had a big wreck.
yeah, well,
Did they get blown wide open?
they did. They got both.
Damn, dude.
Their tour bus caught on fire.
Oh shit.
So they posted photos of it. So they had, I guess this was like the day after the tour ended. So the members had flown home or whatever.
Okay.
But the tour bus driver was driving back to their American headquarters or whatever the fuck. And like the whole bus caught on fire. But they were like, oh yeah, our bus driver's such a badass. He unconnected the trailer
Yeah.
while the bus was on fire to save all the belongings. And then like moved the bus up far enough from the trailer.
Wow.
And then he pulled off all their stuff too.
What a dude.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. Props to that guy.
You want to hire that guy if you're
Yeah.
on tour. Holy
Yeah.
man. Jesus.
Gotta get his name.
Yeah.
Okay, so
When
what
we-
else?
When we're able to hire a driver.
Next
it's
bad
him.
thing.
Yeah.
So so
What
ne-
else?
after the trailer broke and then we had to get a U-Haul, we ended up
In Pensacola.
heading down to
In Pensacola.
what about it? Oh, that's the next bad thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
The tornado?
Oh, so yeah, because we were gonna shoot a podcast on the beach. Thought
Yeah.
that'd be super
That
cool.
was our big
yeah.
thing.
But then there was like tropical storm. No.
riptide danger. Don't go in the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
Get off the beach.
Cops
dummies.
pulling people off out of the water. I even bought a drone for that. Turns out I'm an idiot.
Can't fly drones when in a tropical storm.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah, everything was closed. Like, well, not everything was closed, but it was just like, it was raining and shitty, and we were like, oh, excited. Snowing in Edmonton. We're like, we're gonna get down to Pensacola, and it's gonna be sick. We'll go on the beach and stuff, and then it just rained the whole time. We were like eating barbecue in that one barbecue place, and the rain was just like sideways coming in the.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like, those beach beachfront restaurants that have like
They shut down the restaurant.
it's like open, you know.
Yeah, I think
Open
the
concept.
waitress said that school was closed.
Yeah.
So,
so it's like we have snow days. They have like
Tornado
typhoon
days.
days or whatever. Yeah. Fuck.
Got assaulted by tornadoes.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Um,
Oh, then Beast in Black got
Oh, yeah.
COVID. Well,
Right.
Giannis,
Singer
their
did.
singer, did.
yeah.
He tested positive. I don't think he was sick.
He
I don't
must
think he
not
said
have
he was
got it
really
because
sick, no.
what we'll talk about later, we got COVID and it was curtains
Yeah,
for
it was
us.
absolutely
Yeah,
correct.
So
Well, we got the Sugma variant.
yeah, we
Yeah.
got the Sugma mixed with the Ligma variant. I think
Yeah.
he must have got just the regular
Just the regular.
Omegatron one.
Leave,
Yeah.
leave me alone variant.
Yeah, so anyways, we had to cancel the first. Oh no, we didn't actually cancel, but Beast and
We
Black had to
played.
cancel.
Yeah, they canceled the
played,
First three shows.
We played the two in
Orlando
Florida.
and Tampa. Was
Yeah.
that it?
It was just us and Seven Kingdoms for those ones.
Unfortunately, Atlanta was canceled, which was sad. I think that was going to be a good show.
It would've
Oh,
been
for
cool,
sure.
yeah. Yeah. Last time we were in Atlanta, we had some great street food. I was looking forward to that, and we never got it.
Atlanta's a
The
cool
chili
place.
slough
The
dog.
chili slough dog and the ribbed hips. Good stuff.
That was awesome.
Then what happened that was bad after that? I think
Well,
that was
one
most of our
good thing
bad luck.
happened shortly after that. We discovered the glory of the American,
Buc-ee's?
south of America, chain restaurant / Walmart / gas station called Buc-ee's.
/ marriage house.
Yeah, someone was getting married there or something.
There's a
or
bunch of people
proposing or
getting
something.
married.
Yeah, that's wild. Apparently, it's like a cultural phenomenon. This place,
It's on
eh?
their website.
Dude, it's like it's basically a huge gas station, like a massive row of gas pumps, but on it, like attached there's a store that's kind of like a Walmart. It's got like all this swag, but it's got barbecue and like an ice cream station.
Oh,
like
you're not wearing your
candy
Buc-ee's
station.
shirt?
I'm not wearing the Buc-ee's shirt today, no. But it's got like this huge row of fresh thick beef jerky, turkey jerky, and as soon as you walk in this place, it just smells like the best barbecue you've ever smelled. It was amazing.
The
It's pretty
secret,
hilarious.
the secret is to
Pretty good.
order the food from the kiosk and get
In the
like,
middle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get like the fresh made burritos
yeah.
and shit.
I was a victim of the Bucky Yuckies though.
Yeah, they got the
Yeah.
Bucky
It didn't
Yuckies.
sit that well. It was
Uh-oh.
good, but I was like, it wasn't.
Can't eat too much of a good thing.
Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly
Yeah,
what it is.
that beef jerky's heavy. Like that's no fuck around beef jerky, man. You know, giving Longview a run for their money here. I'm
So
telling you.
is that most of the bad things that happened, other than the end? Where
we
got
ended up
COVID?
having to solder the snake and like.
Oh yeah, the
we
snake.
Our
got- yeah,
snake
we had
just gave
just like
us
technical
issues,
dumb
yeah.
fucking issues, but whatever. That's
That's
not cool. That's not cool to talk
Yeah.
about. Let's talk about getting COVID.
Yeah, then we got
was fun.
COVID.
Yeah.
That sucked.
So we played in
Where's the last show?
Minneapolis.
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis was the last show, yeah. And Tim was already starting to feel like trash.
Yeah, I woke up
Yeah.
that morning and I wasn't feeling great. That's for sure.
But it was like, I mean, like the problem was we had just done like these sort of whirlwind shows where it was like 10-hour drive, load in, set up, play, like hang out, sell merch, load out, get to the hotel, sleep, and then do the same exact thing in the next day at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So it was like we had like a bunch of days in a row like that. So we're all pretty burnt out.
down.
And then we stayed in a hotel that like it was like the middle of the hotel was like a resort.
It was a giant water park.
Oh yeah, that spot was awesome.
But like, and then we were thinking like, oh man, like I bet it's super moldy in here.
Well, in our hotel
very-
room in the morning,
very humid.
after everybody had their shower, I was like walking out and I was still wearing socks. And like I thought it was just maybe a shadow on the wall. But as I walked by, you step in it and it's just a giant puddle into the carpet. So our shower is like leaking into the carpet.
Curtains.
So-
That's no good.
I was like, I definitely have space AIDS.
Well, so and then what ended up happening was we were like, okay, we super tired from that string of shows, and then we stayed in like what we assumed was like a moldy hotel room. And
At least
we were,
one moldy
and then
hotel
we were
room.
feeling kind of gross, so we're like, oh, it's probably just like, whatever.
Gutter sickness.
Gutter sickness.
Cooler
I'm a
sickness.
notorious carrier of gutter sickness.
But yeah, then we get to the show, and like my voice was like pretty tired, but it had been for a couple shows, so I just like, I gotta warm up.
Regular old football
It
tiredness.
should be okay. And then by the time we played the show, I was like, oh my god, my voice is gone.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
curtains.
And
I
then-
couldn't sing at all.
Yeah. And then the next morning we woke up and Tim and I both felt really shitty. So we tested, and sure enough, we
The Rona
got the big C.
hammer.
It was inadvertently hurting because it was curtains.
It was
Yeah.
curtains, and we hucked it straight home after that. Hey?
Yeah, we just went straight home, and like we weren't sure what to do exactly because like we could stay on the road, but we would have to stay like 5 days in a hotel where we were, or would we keep driving and keep going to hotels? It was just like logistically a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then if someone else in the band ends up testing positive,
Makes
a
it
little bit
longer.
later, then it's like we're just fucked, and we spent like 10 days on the road just
Doing nothing.
losing money for hotel rooms and stuff. So it was kind of like we didn't really have a good option.
And go home.
Call it curtains.
Yeah,
Although
we
I
called
would-
it and we took off though.
Yeah,
We got
I,
home.
I would say that the rest of the tour I think was worth it in general.
Oh yeah,
It was a
Oh
great
yeah,
tour,
those were
tour.
great shows.
Yeah, here we can segue into the good
The
part
good
of
stuff.
tour.
Yeah, the Beast and Black guys were all really rad.
Yeah,
Some
great.
super
Good
nice
boys.
dudes to hang out with, talk with. They were really nice to us. They put on an excellent show every night. And same with the Seven Kingdoms guys. Those guys are fun to hang out with, man.
Yeah, those guys
Yeah.
are a blast.
Yeah.
They're
They're
all
really easy to get
jewels.
along with, yeah.
Yeah,
And your girl.
yeah.
And your
Girls,
girl, yeah.
your girls.
Yeah.
Speaking
So
of
it's fun.
Camden slash the rest of the Seven Kingdoms crew out there. I think I only told Camden, but my I bought this red leather jacket and like the inside lining ripped.
Oh
And then Camden gave me a Seven Kingdoms patch, and I had put it in my jacket, which was also like just in my bag in general. And then as I was walking, because I couldn't find my Seven Kingdoms patch because I wanted to put it on my pants, and I was like looking for it on tour. And this is after I'd sewn up my jacket, but I kept my jacket sort of in my bag. And then like as I'm walking, it was after one of the shows, and I'm just like walking, and I was just like I was looking for my wallet or something, and I'm like feeling around it, and I was like, wait a second, what is this? Oh shit, it's the patch.
No.
And then I'm like,
Inside.
oh no, it's inside the lining.
And you had sewed it shut already.
Yeah, that's so shut already. So that's happened on like some of my other leather jackets, like the pocket, like the,
We'll rip on the inside.
Yeah, and then it's
You
like you
lose
got
shit in it.
keys
Yep.
inside your jacket and spare change.
I had a leather jacket like that
Yeah.
once. It ate everything you put into
Yeah,
it.
so this time I got a patch, but I've retrieved the patch.
Damn.
So
Oh, you got it out there. Nice.
Camden, I got the patch out.
That sick new leather jacket too. You know what? The cool thing about leather jackets is leather jackets are the best for sneaking around.
Unless they're bright red.
It's because they're made of hide.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You make that one up yourself.
I had that one ready to go.
Yo, if we ever talk about leather jackets on the podcast, I got a perfect joke.
Uh-oh.
We're talking about it right now.
Talk about
just-
them now. That's,
that's
your
me
chance,
as-
dude.
that's
Oh,
me as
you're as
Pete.
Pete. Oh, yeah,
that was
I got
me
you.
as Pete earlier.
Yeah, I got a few in my back pocket just waiting for the right.
Be me, Pete.
You know.
Sitting on podcasts. Some green text for you.
Bro. What else was great on that tour? What was the top food spot?
Top food spot.
Ooh,
I think
it's tough.
I think in general, I just really like Buc-ee's. Once
Yeah.
you order the food, that stuff was like
It's great.
regular Buc-ee's. Like if you get the pulled pork sandwich or whatever from the middle kiosk that are already pre-made. I mean, those aren't bad.
Yeah.
But if you get the pre-made stuff, it's like, oh yeah, this is good. Like that, I would say that's like, it's not like the best restaurant food you've ever had, but I would say that it's equal to many of the
Shittier restaurants.
it's like sit down restaurants, you know. I'd say it's better than a Denny's. or
That should be
something.
their slogan. Buc-ee's. Not quite a restaurant, not quite a gas station. 'Cause
It's good
like,
though.
you know,
I mean, it's like a $5 burrito or whatever, and it would be better than a meal that you could get at like a Denny's
oh yeah,
or something
that
like
brisket sandwich was solid, dude.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all really
It
good.
was solid. We had barbecue for breakfast one day.
Yeah, that was my favorite meal.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
in
really
Lawrence,
good.
The
Kansas.
turkey sandwich you got was
Kansas.
delicious.
Yeah, that was like so good.
Yeah.
Just because like for me, I find that I can't eat barbecue. I think it's maybe the barbecue sauce. Just like it kills me. Like I can't play a show after.
Oh, yeah.
Because not only are you so full, but like I also just like you just like burp up the barbecue sauce all day, and it's just like destroying your esophagus. Like so. Anyways, we
Speaking of destroying esophagus, I'm gonna get more beers.
That's a great idea.
I thought you were gonna say something else. Well, yeah, like anyways, yeah, that's I have a big list of foods that I just like
Can't eat before show.
show.
Yeah.
Pizza, unfortunately, is on the list. Chocolate, Chocolate gives me like crazy heartburn, so that fucks me
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And then barbecue,
bad.
same thing. So
That's like just eating before a show in general. I'm really careful with, but it fucks me every time because it's like the time you got to eat, like after you load in, sound check, blah blah blah, and you got a minute to kind of eat or hang out or do whatever. I never want to eat then because then I'm like heavy before we go on stage, and I like to feel light on stage because I like to jump around and shit, right?
yeah.
So like, I try not to eat before we go on stage, but if I haven't eaten in the afternoon, then I'm hungry, and then by the time the show's done, I'm like weak and tired and hungry and hangry, and fucking, and then it's like, oh, we got to go back to the hotel. It's like, oh, no time to eat. So you got to be careful when you eat. But I don't like to eat before a show, like pretty much at all.
I think my like ultimate
Right before it.
tour thing is like you just eat like a big lunch
Yeah,
and
it's the
then
best.
I just don't eat the rest of the day.
Eating's overrated. Just stop eating.
But then
in
after
general.
the show, usually I've had a
You
couple
just don't.
beers, and then it makes me want to eat.
Speaking of eating, my new personal record was, I guess that's Friday night. I'm not sure if it's a record or not. I've probably eaten more. But,
Wings?
so I had dinner before we left to go see Marisa's show.
Oh, okay. So for the oil,
Little
Yeah.
Context here.
We went to a bar to have beers, watch our friend's band, and the Oilers game,
Yeah. Playoff hockey.
which they won, by the way.
Anyways, so I had dinner before we left because, I knew I'd be imbibing. Then we get there and then there's like food and I was like, I'm kind of hungry. I'll just get something small like a hamburger. So I got their like burger, which was actually really good. And then of course I obviously had like 10 beers or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
a few.
on the way home, I was like trying to order Skip the Dishes, and Skip the Dishes, like this ad pops up and it's like the McDonald's late night snack pack. I was like, yeah, let's go. So anyways, I ordered that and it was like $40 or something. And it's like 2 cheeseburgers, 20 nuggets, a Big Mac, 4 fries,
Jesus.
some other shit. Anyways, it shows up and
You didn't
Adam's,
eat it all.
I was like, Adam, you got to eat some of this. And Adam's like, no, I'm making nachos. Anyways, he didn't eat any of it, so I had to eat the whole thing.
You ate
the
it
whole
all?
thing?
No, I ate
this
the
has
2
to dance.
cheeseburgers and the 20 nuggies and 1 fry. And then I tried to
One
give
fry.
Wicket wouldn't eat a full cheeseburger. She just kind of licked it.
I think a
Wicked
cat
is
would
your
have a
cat.
hard
Yeah,
time
Wicket
eating
is my
a full
cat.
cheeseburger.
She
Yeah.
ate a couple fries and that was about it.
Wow.
Like for context, yeah, Wicked is the
Is a
cat,
cat, yeah,
not
yeah.
a person. Just licked it.
If
Didn't
any
wanna
of
eat
you
it.
have ever seen a cat eat a full cheeseburger, we want to know.
Yeah, tell us
Yeah.
in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
Bro.
I bet Wicket would try. She'd probably just lick it. When I give her Doritos, she just kind of
Wicked.
licks it, chews on them, just
Wicked
crunches it
up.
up, crunching them up.
Wicked up.
Sounds
How
bad.
could you not like fries? Like
Wicked loves
McDonald's
fries.
fries. Are McDonald's fries truly the best fries?
No.
Apparently, someone told me that
I think they're pretty
Earl's
fucking good.
fries are the same as McDonald's fries.
Really?
I don't know if that's a real thing.
Hmm.
Maybe they're like sourced from the same place. I don't
I'm a
see
big fan of
McDonald's.
yam fries.
From
too.
the same factory that
Yeah.
whatever the fuck they're made out of.
They just stick a different sticker on them.
Although, to be fair, I heard that McDonald's opening in like some of the more like I don't want to say like third world countries, but like more impoverished countries apparently is a huge boost for like local farmers because they actually do source their stuff
Taters.
locally. It's like I always thought that was just a myth and that they were just like flying frozen patties in from like Brazil or whatever. Like some giant like industrial farm, but apparently they do source locally, so it is
Legit.
sort of a good thing.
For your local economy.
Your
Oh,
boys
wow.
at McDonald's. Maybe they're not quite as evil as you think.
I actually learned an interesting life hack about McDonald's fries. It's like if you've ever ordered fries and they're cold when you get them, there's a way to ensure that you never get cold fries. Keep a couple of packets of salt in your car or with you or whatever, wherever you're at. Order your fries with no salt because when they come out of the fryer, they salt them right away. So if you're getting salted fries, they could have been sitting there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
So they have
so,
to put
yeah.
new ones.
So
in
if
to
you're ordering no
unsalt
salt fries, they're gonna be fresh every time because they just made them
Matt-
for you. Then just pour your own fucking salt on, you're good to go, man.
Don't you have a pun about being assaulted.
Oh no, but
Salt and pepper.
that was good. That's good though. Good. Assaulted fry.
I mean, I don't have a pun. I'm just.
That was a pun.
I would assume that you would have a salt pun.
You
Help,
just
I'm being
did it for me,
assaulted.
man. You just did it
Dude,
for
that's
me.
that's one of those things that I could never, in good conscience, do.
Tell
Where-
puns?
No. Like those, I don't know. It's like sending food back. I'm sure a lot of people. Some people are like, you know, if their food's wrong or whatever, they're just like, fuck you. But like, I just can't, because like I worked in the service industry. Like
I worked at
early-
Olive Garden and
yeah.
I got fucking demolished every day.
Yeah, I did a couple months on the line of a restaurant.
Dude, everybody should,
ages ago,
because
too.
it like
Oh,
it lets you appreciate how shitty it is and how like it's just such an extra bit of bullshit to like have a customer be like, hey, can
Oh,
you do this
yeah.
like weird fucking thing for me, like unsalted fries? You're like the McDonald's person, you're just like, god damn it, like this fucker wants unsalted fries.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Fuck.
so if you want to be a dick, take my advice and order unsalted fry. Yeah.
Yeah, I worked at Olive Garden for like a
you?
full year
Oh,
with
shit.
Adam. Actually, he got a job there first, and I was like, "Yo,
Hook
give,
me up.
give me that
opposed
Olive Garden
to working
cash.
at some of Garden.
Yeah."
Goddamn.
Anyways, that sucked. But like, I think that was one of the busiest restaurants in Edmonton at the time.
Oh shit!
And it was
dude.
like you show up and
Sounds
it's just
horrible.
pure chaos, and then suddenly the restaurant's closed, and it's like, okay, clean up, and it's like, oh, what just happened?
bro.
It'd be like 10, 12-hour shifts, but it's like no breaks,
yeah,
no
standing
nothing.
there.
Yeah,
hot,
just standing
greasy.
there, getting fucked.
Yeah.
Everything's on fire, constantly burning yourself.
behind.
I
always remember that from.
People slipping and eating shit
Oh,
everywhere 'cause
dude.
everything's destroyed.
Oh man.
Man.
I worked at White Spot in Kelowna, BC. That was my restaurant experience. I was
Nice.
like 18.
Bro,
Fucking sucked.
the amount of drug use going on in the back of the kitchen
yeah, it's
was
wild.
unbelievable.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I worked at Moxie's, which is just like a restaurant chain.
Is
here
that the one in the
Canada.
West End?
No. Well, yeah. The one it's like right across the street from.
Like
There's like a Red Robin's there.
yeah,
Used to
yeah, yeah.
Kingsway being
Yeah.
Adam
So-
worked there.
Oh, shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Must have been after me.
Adam was a dishwasher in like junior high or high school. He worked there for like a couple months, maybe like two, 3 months.
Nice.
Because Dave Grafton was working there too.
No, really?
Yeah, Dave Grafton worked there for like all of high school.
Oh shit. Well, I worked there when I was like 14, but I just remember like everybody in the back was like sold drugs or would just like out back doing drugs, and
Wow.
yeah, it was
That's
like
the only time you
wild.
get a break at a restaurant.
Dude,
When you're
Yo, I
doing
gotta
drugs.
go take my drugs
Dude,
break.
it was nothing but just like complete disaster working in the back. It was so funny. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't work there that long, but yeah.
I worked at that Olive Garden for like almost a year.
Wow, I
It's
didn't
terrible.
last a year online. No.
It was crazy because like it was super busy. Your food generally took an hour to get out because it was
Yeah.
so busy. But like they had this printer and all the orders would come out.
Oh, I know that
And the
thing.
printer would just hit the floor.
Yeah.
and just keep going. It's like
As soon as it started spitting
don't
them
give a
out,
shit.
yeah,
it's like, I'm busy, dude.
Like,
I'm not even looking at those ones until I deal with this shit.
Yo.
And it's just
I
like
remember that
everything's
thing.
on fire. Everything sucks. It's just like
And then the manager's always coming back yelling at you because
we need more breadsticks. It's like, bro, these breadsticks.
make them
suck.
yourself, you fucking idiot.
We're short staffed.
Take off your tie and fucking do some work.
Yeah, that was a hilarious experience. Well, it wasn't hilarious. It
Working at a
sucked.
restaurant? Dude, I can't. I mean, I did that, and I think I probably worked in a couple other restaurants. I was a bus boy when I was like 16, but like working in a restaurant, that's a rough industry, man.
Yeah, it sucks.
I think even being a manager of an owner of a restaurant, I think the whole experience would be
Terrible.
insanely stressful.
You know
like-
why? Because you're dealing with the general public.
Yeah.
And everybody sucks. Unless you're me and you refuse to order fries without salt.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
never do it.
Unless you're a band, and then when you deal with the general public, they're all cool dudes.
That's right. Yeah, we met some cool people
yeah.
at the merch booth this whole time.
We did.
It's funny. I'm surprised we made it as far as we did without getting COVID because we're like, we're going to be careful. And then first night, we're all at the merch booth shaking everybody's hand and saying hi, you know, like,
Yeah.
so, you know.
man, let me cough in your mouth. oh, thanks,
it's
bro.
sweet.
That's some sick strain.
Also, like handling cash.
Yeah,
It's probably
cash
not the
is
best
dirty.
thing, but
Yeah.
Dirty. It's true, man.
It was probably that guy in where is that? Lawrence? No.
Kansas.
Was it Lawrence?
Lawrence, the guy who gave us the monster shots.
Oh,
yeah, he just kept giving us shots,
which was great.
And then his wife is just like, no more shots. And he's like, no, we're doing more shots.
Yeah, he was fired up.
Don't give them shots.
He gave me and John were at the merch booth. He came over. He was stoked. I mean, he bought a bunch of merch. Nice guy.
Yeah, he was
Rad
fired
guy.
up.
I think that guy bought the most merch out of anyone on tour.
Yeah, it was
Really?
awesome.
I think he bought one of everything. And he
Oh,
also
one of
bought
each?
hoodies because we had hoodies at that point.
You didn't even need a hoodie in Kansas?
No, he got it for his wife.
Oh, nice.
She's like, I don't want this. But yeah, so he was like, you guys want to do shots? And my first reaction usually is hell no. But like at this point, I was just like, oh yeah, sure. I think we had a day off the next day. Yeah, we totally.
I don't remember. Yeah.
We had a day off the next day.
That
That
was-
was when we stayed at that.
In the water hotel.
The water
Yeah.
hotel.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah,
Seven
anyway,
Kingdoms last
And nobody
show.
went
Yeah.
swimming.
Yeah. I
Oh,
did.
they- Oh, you did?
I did go
Okay.
swimming. John O'Keefe sat in the hot tub for a bit at night too.
I'm glad somebody went.
I took advantage of the water park.
Yeah, so anyways, he was like, you guys want shots? And I said, yeah, sure. Like, why not? And then he was like, well, don't worry. Like, he's like, what do you guys want? And I was like, I don't know, like tequila, I guess.
It's probably
Because I hate doing whiskey shots.
Oh,
It's
fuck
Whiskey's
no.
gross, man.
Insane.
Whiskey and water or whiskey and soda's good, but like shots.
Yeah,
fuck that,
it's
man.
not like a shot thing. So anyway, then that's everybody's go-to. It's like Jack Daniels. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I need like a clear liquor. So we ended up doing a shot of tequila, but like the size of
Yeah.
the shot was
They're
like
big. Like
they just
full
had,
mouth.
it wasn't like a shot glass. They just put it in like a little
Plastic
clear
cup.
plastic cup, but like half full of tequila. I was like, what is? And that was the type of I did that shot, and I had to do like 2 gulps, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I had a hard time fitting the whole shot
Yeah, I
in
was
my
like,
mouth.
blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah.
It was rough.
That was the night. So
Good thing I got a
our-
big mouth.
Our tour prank for Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, that's a tour prank night.
yeah. We
Oh yeah.
we just bought like what was it, like 15 cheeseburgers and
McDonald's makes an appearance in the podcast
Yeah,
again.
Yeah.
yeah, and we just got on stage and started handing out
Start paying us.
cheeseburgers because that's the Sabrina her
It's kind of her thing. She's got a cheeseburger
She
crown.
invented cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
She's
she
got a
invented-
cheeseburger crown. She's got cheeseburger slippers, and she's just got a cheeseburger thing going on.
Yeah.
No
that's-
one else likes cheeseburgers.
I had a
She's the only
cheeseburger
person.
on my way over here. I
McDonald's
truly
one?
did. Yeah, I was like, oh shit,
Bro.
I need to eat something quick.
So I was handing out cheeseburgers from the stage,
just eating them.
and people were like so pumped.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were
Just incorporate
so
that into our regular
excited
show.
to get cheeseburgers. Like you could see, like some people were like jumping and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh shit, cheeseburgers.
Like just chowing down on them while the band's playing and
Yeah, it
stuff
was
after we get
hilarious.
into it. I mean, like, but seriously, like, how often do you go to a metal show and one of the bands comes out on stage and gives you a McDonald's cheeseburger? It never happens, dude.
And
Unless
then-
you come to a strike. Seven Kings
no,
show.
okay. So I actually took that idea from what the fuck are they called?
Zimmer's Hole.
Zimmer's Hole.
Oh yeah,
Zimmer's
Zimmer's
Hole.
cheese out.
Yeah, no, yeah, cheeseburgers. We
Oh,
saw
really?
them at that when there used to be a venue downstairs at Starlight Room.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh,
played there.
shit.
and
The old temple.
the old temple, yeah. And they were handing out cheeseburgers. It's hilarious. And he was like dressed like a vagina and stuff.
Yeah,
the
they're
band was
crazy.
so crazy.
I saw them. Fuck, it must have been goddamn 20 years ago, man. And they were playing in Fernie, BC. And he comes out. He's wearing I think he was wearing like nothing but like a butcher's apron or something like that, just
Yeah.
covered in blood. And he's throwing out slices of cheese everywhere. And he's like, he had a saying. It was like, oh, fucking praise the cheese or like hail the cheese or something like that. And he's throwing all these cheeses
Hail
out
the
everywhere.
cheese.
Yeah, something like that. And then at the end of the night of the bartenders and all the bar staffs like cleaning up all this like
Fucking cheese
that's been
everywhere.
smashed into the carpet.
How would
It's
you like to
just so
be
gross.
like a part of the bar staff and
No.
then have a show like that go through? Imagine
No.
you're like some chud at Olive Garden in the
dude.
back. It's like, oh yeah, we need you up at the front to help with something. It's like, what the fuck? Oh my
They sprayed fake
Clean
blood and
up on-
cheese all over.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's fucking
dude.
cheese slices all over the floor. They're in the carpet.
I had a great time at that show though, and the band that opened for him was the Almighty Punch Drunk, which is kind of like, I don't know, it's a hardcore band. I don't know, I'm probably mislabeling it, but like, and it was Gene Hoglan on drums.
Oh shit!
And it was crazy to see Gene Hoglan playing drums at this fucking redneck
Well,
bar
'cause
in
he-
Fernie, BC. It was
Well,
wild.
he was playing with Zimmer's Hole, wasn't
He was with Zimmer's Hole. Or
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
he
didn't
was
play
with.
drums
Yeah.
on their album.
Yeah, he was
That's
their
a sick
drummer.
album.
Was he on both
It's-
bands
and it-
then that night? I
if
can't
you-
remember.
if you
Fuck.
Didn't
haven't
Devin
heard-
Townsend
ago.
mix that?
Dude, it was like a super album.
Yeah.
While you were while you were shouting at the devil or whatever.
Yeah,
that's a great album.
Dude, it's so good.
I love that album. Anonymous Esophagus, such a good song, dude.
Yeah, that band's hilarious.
Yeah, they're great.
And like that
Lord
album actually
Heathen.
rips super hard.
It's
That
so
is
good.
a good album.
I'm pretty sure it's like
Oh, isn't there Nathan Explosion on it too?
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
the alphabet song, I think.
Yeah.
And sometimes why? So good. Check it out if you haven't heard it. Zimmer's Hole. While you were shouting at the devil, we were in league with Satan. That's a long album name.
I don't know if that's the album name, but that's definitely
It's one of the song names. Yeah. Great album.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Zimmer's Hole lit the roof on fire.
No, that was West of Hell.
Oh, West of
Mm.
Hell.
Yeah,
Same thing.
Same guy,
same singer. Yeah.
same singer. Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah, because he does that thing where he grinds a piece of metal.
Yeah,
Well,
Like,
I think they
on
have pyro.
stage. It looks great.
that dude's amazing. He's so fucking sick. And
Oh yeah,
so
he's a great entertainer.
we were playing at Armstrong Open Air.
Which was in fact not an open air at all, and inside a hockey arena.
Armstrong Metal Festival. I guess maybe I could be
Closed?
Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. Anyways, so Zimmer's Hole played before us, and we're like backstage getting ready and stuff. And yeah, like it's a big like community league type hall with like really tall ceiling, like arched ceiling, like in a barn or something.
It's a hockey arena.
A hockey, yeah, basic hockey.
Okay.
Yeah, anyways, so I think the lead singer does pyro.
Yeah.
Like that's like part
yeah.
of his. I think he works in that industry, so he's got all the special
Sick.
effects on lock. And then so they set up these sort of like fire cannon, spark cannon things that just went straight up. And I think they filled it double what it was supposed to be.
It must be triple.
Dude, you gotta watch out. You pull a great white,
Dude,
like,
it literally, the two of them, they shot, that must have been
500 feet.
50 feet in the air.
no
It's pretty big,
way.
yeah.
Maybe not. Well, I'm just
That's
trying to think.
some
Like,
sick
It's like in a
pyro.
big arena.
it was like
Yeah.
40, 50 feet in the air, straight up, and then lit the fucking insulation on the ceiling on fire.
Like
it
that's
was
like
just-
great white shit.
Dude, it just started smoldering, and like luckily it was like obviously fireproof-ish, so it just smoldered and stopped. But like, yeah, there was two like burnt holes in. Dude, the last thing those guys, the promoters probably thought was someone's gonna blow holes in the ceiling.
Someone's gonna light the venue on fire. Whoops. Shit.
That was so funny.
Just to make sure I'm still recording here.
I'm pretty sure that was a
yeah.
wild Armstrong
good.
Metal Fest. I think that was the last day we had our Striker communal tent before it was
Dude, that thing got
returned
obliterated.
to the universe.
Yeah, I remember
Also
like
burned.
it got destroyed somehow, and I remember we still slept in it.
Yeah.
We had just like sort of propped parts of it up so that we could just, and like this is the thing with these festivals like that are out in the summer and you have to be in a tent. It's
Camping.
the hottest thing in the fucking world.
Oh, yeah.
And the worst
Hard to
thing,
escape.
it's like okay, if you drink all day at the festival, like most people do, and then you get into a tent and you just boil yourself alive. And it's usually like when you go to sleep, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But then you wake up in the morning and you're just
You're
like, I
dead.
can't believe how bad I feel in this. It's the yeah, you like wake
It's
up in
like
a
sleeping in a
microwave.
dehydrator. Yeah. You're like basically human jerky when you
It's
wake
so
up.
bad.
The life hack with Armstrong is there's like an open air outside swimming pool just up the hill.
Nice.
And so I went there in the morning after, and it's like, oh, this is amazing. They had like the big diving board that you could jump off, like the really tall
So
one.
much
and they had,
fun.
like, slides and shit.
Dude, jumping off
was
of
awesome.
stuff is so much fun when you like
Oh, yeah.
when you have a minimal chance of getting hurt at the bottom.
It was
That's the
also
best.
nice because they had like water fountains.
Yeah.
So just, oh my god, I need water.
oh yeah, bidet.
You don't need a bidet, you just jump in the water,
There you go. Yeah.
shake your shitter around.
It's sick, man.
Gross.
Fuck.
Makes me never want to go swimming again, dude.
Also, like festivals like that, the bathrooms are not a place you want to pass out in. You don't want to pass out in those bathrooms. Although
Why would you pass out in a bathroom?
I did because
Can't imagine why that would
Yeah,
happen.
I've
never seen anyone
never
do that.
passed out on a
I mean, I
toilet
passed
before.
out in a bathroom, but not a fucking festival.
Oh,
venue
dude, could you
toilet.
imagine? But that being said, I did play a festival, or well, it was actually a private function for a Victoria's Secret supermodel actually in Greece once, and it was a private function. They had private security. Even
How
the
do we
cops,
get hooked up with that?
Even the cops weren't allowed to come in. You had to surrender your phone at the gate because there were too many like rich people there. And like there were a few celebrities there that like they didn't want their drunk pictures taken. But the porta potties they had there were so nice. They're like these are like billionaire porta potties, and they're different than any porta potty that
I
you'll
would hope
see
so,
at
yeah.
like.
Yeah, I would hope
Dude,
so.
they're amazing. They're so nice, like flowers inside and a mirror on the thing and a fucking like marble finish on the walls. It's ridiculous. It was craziest porta potties I've ever seen.
The nicest porta potties I ever saw were in what's that festival up north? Fuck, North Country Fair.
Oh,
And like it's the morning after. It was one of those festivals. Like I drove up with my girlfriend at the time, slept in my car, and it was one of those weekends where it's just like, okay, I'm just not gonna shit. I've made this promise to myself. I'm just holding it in. It's not happening.
Not gonna shit
I'm
once
getting
time.
hemorrhoid that way.
Well, it's just a day. So it's just like, you're up for a day. We're only staying one night. So I'm just not gonna shit. I'm just gonna hold it in.
Hold it in. Oh,
No, for me, I shit at least once a day. So this is
yeah.
this is gonna be tough,
regular.
but I think I can do it. Anyways, we go up there, wake up in the morning. I'm just like, oh god, it's not happening. I cannot keep this
can't
promise
fight
to
it.
myself. So I'm just like, fuck. I just gotta bite the bullet. So I go like wait in line. I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be so bad.
Oh.
Open the
Porta
door,
potties
it's
suck.
pristine. It's perfect. And I was like, what the hell? It even smelled good. And I was like,
Yeah.
this is
It's like those millionaire porta potties too, man. They smell great. They smell like vanilla.
Yeah, it was wild. I mean,
Unbelievable.
every single other porta potty I've ever been in is like, I don't know. It's like
worst.
going into a bathroom at like just after lunch break in an elementary school.
Yeah.
There's just like poo
Dude.
in the corner. There's pee
got-
in the
You
toilet
just have to have
paper on
you
the
have to be in
roll.
a totally different frame of mind because like
Yeah.
going out and doing like trade style work or whatever, if you have to go to like a new
Living in camp or something.
or even just like new developments where if you're doing construction on a house or something like that, like your options are like drive to the gas station or just go to the porta potty.
Or just kill yourself.
Yeah,
But,
just
like-
rope it.
So I think like once you get in that state of mind where you're just like fuck it, like I'm fucking just doing it. Like,
Yeah.
you can do it.
You can do
but
it.
if you're like
It's all about the state of mind.
yeah,
You just have to
It's
be at the end of
mindset.
your rope.
It's
As a
mindset.
human.
Dude, even worse than porta potties are
Desperate.
like, especially in British Columbia,
A desperate human can
Canada,
shit
Western
anywhere.
Canada, BC. Those mountain passes where you stop at those little rest areas on the side of the highway.
those things are crazy, gross.
Dude, and they're basically just a hole in the ground with a raised cylinder and a toilet seat on top of the cylinder, and there's just flies in there. I bet you they never maintain them. I'm
Well,
sure.
I feel like no
just
matter
a hole
what,
full of human sewage.
if you're good,
Oh, they're the
they
worst.
gotta get guys out there to do that. But like, those are like last resort. Like you're sick, you're traveling, and you're like trying to get to a hospital, and then you're like, okay, I'll go here because I have to. There's no other options because
They're
it's like
so bad.
yeah.
Speaking of desperate humans who can shit anywhere,
Yeah.
how about East Hastings this time?
Oh God,
that's
I got a story
fucking
about that
wild,
one.
dude.
Okay, so the funny thing about East Hastings was the funny thing about East Hastings.
There was human
was
shit
that-
everywhere.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
I went to go get that fucking chicken that Brittany suggested I go get, which is like around the corner from the venue. We played at was it Rickshaw?
Rickshaw Theater. Yeah.
Fucking ground
Hastings, Maine, and Gore.
Yeah,
Worst
ground
area ever.
central of the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it was, I don't know, maybe 2-3 blocks away at most.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like stepping over A, dead bodies, and B, human shit. Just
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
It was horrible.
Oh my God.
The
And I-
alleys all smell like sewage.
Oh yeah, it's disgusting. And I walked by at least one guy tying someone off, and another
Yeah.
guy was just smoking crack. He had like the crack pipe, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"What the fuck?" fuck is
There's
going
people
on?
shooting up right in front of you on the street.
It's fucked up.
It's
man.
funny, when I was 14, my dad took me, like, we used to go to Vancouver all the time because I got family out there, but he took me out there one time when I was 14, and, you know, me and my dad had just had to talk about smoking weed, right? Like, I know weed is a thing in school, blah, blah, blah.
So here's some crack.
But,
Let's
you know,
go,
so he
pal.
took me for a drive down East Hastings, and he's like, I know about weed. I smoked plenty of weed when I was your age. Don't let it affect your schoolwork, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, but this is what happens if you start doing other drugs. And he showed me East Hastings, and I was like mortified.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like, holy fuck, I'm not doing anything else.
Once you smoke 10 weeds, you get addicted to crack and you end up in East Hastings. Oh,
So, but
I read
it
it in
blew
the
my
Democrat
mind.
handbook.
But, you know, and then I'd been there on a couple of different tours and playing at a couple of different spots in that area since then. And it's been bad. But when we went back this time, it was
that
definitely
was insane.
way worse.
That was the worst I've ever seen.
This is what I saw on East Hastings this time. In the alleyway behind the venue, a little ways down, but in the alleyway still, there's a guy. He's got a rat, like a street rat, on a fucking skewer, man.
Dude, really?
Yes, on a skewer. Didn't you see any of the
There
like
was
rat
a rat
corpses?
on the
I
skewer.
They were all over the
There
place.
was a rat on a skewer.
On the
yeah,
ground.
for sure.
He had this rat on a skewer. He's trying to cook it on a burning pile of cardboard.
Way,
And like,
dude.
he can't fucking do it. Like, he's so fucked up and he can't do it.
He's trying
So-
to cook a rat.
He's trying to cook a
there
rat
was
on a
rat
pile of
on a
burning
stick
cardboard.
right outside the car.
There
when
was.
they're
I saw-
loading out.
yeah.
I saw like
I-
6 of them.
I saw that, but I was like, I thought it was just like a rat that got run over.
No. They're eating rats on Hastings now.
Bro,
And so anyway,
it's
so
like
this guy-
Fallout. Instead of
Dude,
iguana on a
it's
stick,
literally an
it's rat on
ecosystem.
a stick.
Yeah,
Oh, it's an
yeah,
ecosystem.
it's bad. So he
God
drops
damn.
this fucking rat right in the fire and leaves it there. Walks like maybe 6 feet over, drops his pants all the way down to his ankles, shits all over the ground, and falls flat on his face and doesn't move.
Oh my
And I was like, whoa, dude. I was with the drummer from fucking Seven Kingdoms, Keith, and I was like, dude, did you just see that? He's like, no, what happened? I'm like, look at that guy just fell on his face.
After cooking
Oh,
a rat.
man.
Dude. Holy. And I was like, welcome to East Hastings, guys.
Welcome to hell.
That's.
I've never heard of anybody like getting in a like no one. I've never heard of any bands getting in altercations or getting
No.
anything stolen. But
I mean, people get stuff stolen.
They
That
get their
happens.
vehicles broken into, yeah.
I mean, I haven't
I've heard it.
heard of it on
happened to me
tour.
I've heard of it.
It hasn't happened to
Knock wood.
us or any
Knock
of the
wood.
bands that we've been.
Yeah, we've been super lucky.
We have been lucky, but yeah, wow.
I think generally people
fucked
on like
up.
opiates and heroin are probably not that threatening. I don't think they have a lot of strength. You know what I mean?
They're
but
basically
it's the people
zombies.
smoking crack and meth and shit that I'd be worried about.
Yeah.
They get aggressive and shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah. They're not organizing. They're off skirting around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just forming a union.
That stuff sucks. I'm.
It does
it's,
suck,
It's so
man.
sad, man.
It is.
I would describe it. Actually, I have described it. It's kind of like in high school, like when the period bell rings and everybody gets out of class and it's all like shoulder to shoulder, and the halls are just full. Imagine that, but that's just
Oh.
all fucked up people on heroin
Junkies.
and junkies,
Yeah.
and they're just like zombies
homeless
shuffling
junkies.
around the street. And that's basically East Hastings, at
That's
least as it
wild, man.
was 1 month ago.
Yeah. It was bad.
And there's tents everywhere. It's also way longer than normal because we drove down the
It's
street
expanded.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The neighborhood is expanded.
Instead of being like a couple block, well, it was always like, I don't know, maybe 10 blocks total of like supreme bullshit
Yeah.
to like,
Yeah.
it's big now.
probably 15 at least.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
just tents
pretty
and
rough,
shit.
man.
I mean, Seattle was bad too.
Seattle was bad. Granted, every time we play Seattle, we play in that area where
It's like the little corner.
Yeah.
East Hastings is sort of out
yeah,
in the middle of
Yeah.
bullshit land, but El Corazon is sort of in the corner of bullshit land.
Every
I guess
time-
all of downtown Seattle's just shitty because it was like
a lot
that
of
everywhere.
downtown Seattle kind of smells like piss.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some great, beautiful areas of the city, but yeah, the area we play is always just kind of shit.
Portland.
I had a good time in Seattle though.
Portland to me at least seemed more. It was just urban camping.
Yeah, yeah.
People were just like,
Urban
I'm just gonna sleep in this Meridian.
Yeah.
There's some grass
Why
here.
not?
I'll put up a tent. But in Seattle, it was like, I'm building a fucking homeless camp. Wait, is Seattle
Under
the
the
place
sea-
where
under
they
the
had
highway.
like the, where like unpoliced zones when they were doing the like BLM riots and
Oh,
stuff?
I don't know.
The anti-policing riots? Didn't they like take over certain sections of the town or some shit?
Oh, I
or am
don't
I thinking
know.
of somewhere else?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
I heard that they took over like a couple blocks and they like walled it off.
Maybe
I
America's
think all
fucking
Gas No
wild,
Brakes
man.
had a fucking thing on that. And they
Did
went
they?
in, and I think there was a shooting while they were taping, or maybe that was someone else.
Crazy, man.
But I definitely remember watching that on Reddit. Somebody walked into the like area where a cop had like killed someone,
Wow.
and then the people had like walled it off and made it like a independent zone or whatever the hell they were calling it.
Jeez.
And then the guy's
Martial
like interviewing
law.
people, and then there's a shooting right behind him. It's like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's fucked. America's a wild place.
America.
Wild place. I have a good time every time I go there.
Yeah,
I
I have
do.
a good time. It gets more and more fucked up every time
Every
we go
time.
down there.
It's great how like how different America is in like every corner of the country. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
it's so cool. Like,
yeah,
it's just
it
crazy
is
that
diverse,
it's so different
like-
everywhere you go. Yeah.
like every type of American in every different area is diverse.
And we didn't even
You
get
know,
to like go. To
Yeah, we didn't get
New
the
York
East
or-
Coast.
yeah, we didn't.
that's
get
true.
any-
We missed
East
New York.
Coast.
Ah,
East
we missed
Coast.
the whole East Coast.
These Coors Lights are hitting me.
East
brain
Coast
there.
Coors Lights. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
You
true.
guys need some more Coors Lights?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Use
and you know
another
one more here, I think.
Little
Probably.
low calorie
Cold as a
strawberry beer.
So from America, what's next? I mean, we got a whole bunch of stuff on the other side of the pond coming up, hey?
We're going to Europe.
Yeah,
Europe.
yeah. We got how many countries we had this time? Was it like 7 or 8 countries or something like that? 9 countries? I don't know. I don't remember.
Whole gang of them.
Are we going to Switzerland?
In Erp? Yep.
We got a Switzerland date?
No.
I think so, yeah.
Sweet.
We're waiting.
You know-
We're still waiting on the finalized dates, but it's coming up.
I'm pretty
July.
sure there was
You-
a Swiss date.
That's sweet.
And I was thinking, the last time I crossed the border into Switzerland, I had a bad time.
Fuck. But you know what would be great about living in Switzerland?
Everything.
Well, the flag is a big plus.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't Switzerland just like break their streak of neutrality to
They
like
did, yeah.
condemn?
They're like, yo, fuck Russia.
Oh, for real? Sweden
They
and
did.
Finland joining NATO too?
Yep.
Fuck, bud.
Hope if our streak continues, Russia will invade Poland the day we get there.
Oh yeah, there we go. One to add to the tour stories, right? We got to Poland and the fucking Russian army showed up, shut us down.
We've had shows and tours derailed by volcanoes,
Yeah,
hurricanes,
Tornadoes.
haven't canceled. We
Well,
didn't-
I guess we had to cancel some shows.
yeah, we canceled some shows.
plenty of pandemic,
Plenty of pandemics,
Yeah.
so disease,
so virus. Yeah,
Pestilence.
pestilence. Yeah.
Pestilence.
So we're just waiting on war, and that's basically all 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
pretty much.
If we have to cancel because of war, we'll just give up. We're just going strictly a Twitch fucking comedy
Band.
troupe.
Yeah,
And that's it.
we're
are the
just
four
doing
horsemen?
this
Oh,
from
famine.
now on.
Famine.
We'll need a famine.
Oh,
Oh, that's coming. If we had babies in the United States,
Yeah.
we would be because isn't there, there's something wrong
there's
with
a-
baby formula
yeah.
supply chain.
All
Yeah,
the-
something like that. They're
all the
giving it
milky
to-
milkies are gone.
What was it? They're giving too much baby formula to non-American people, and they don't have enough now, or something like that.
Man,
I don't know.
Dude,
Who
the whole
knows?
thing. Yeah, I
As
can't.
as a callback to our first podcast, I think it was Nestle. I was like, yo, fuck Nestle.
Yeah, fuck.
But
that
there
stuff.
was
Did they contact you and be like, "Hey,
no.
you gotta take that down"?
cease and desist.
I think it was
Yeah.
Nestle, and they had their brand of baby formula,
Kitty?
and it got contaminated or some shit, and they weren't allowed to sell it in the U.S.
they just sold it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
they just sold it everywhere else. They knew it
What?
was contaminated,
That's
and it was
so
like a huge
shitty.
lawsuit.
Oh, I hope
They
so.
like fucked up all kinds of people with that. It was like
Dude.
contaminated. It caused all kinds of birth defects and shit. I
These big corporations, man. It's like I've always thought there's that. I don't know if it was like a skit or a movie was based on it or something like that, but it's the idea that a guy shows up at your door, he has a briefcase, and he opens the briefcase, and there's a button in it, and he says, "If you press this button, someone will die, and it'll be because of you."
somebody you don't know.
Well, anybody random, but most
Okay.
likely someone you don't know,
Well,
and
statistically speaking,
It was like 8 billion people. One
Yeah.
random person dies.
probably
yeah,
unknown.
and then you get $1 million, and I think like
Damn.
if and I think they guarantee no one will find out, like no one will
Okay.
know, and you'll just get $1 million and whatever, you'll be fine, but you'll be the one who has executed this person.
Okay.
And I've always thought that like I bet like 90% of people do that.
Would do it?
90%
You
of
think
people-
so?
Yeah, because like so. It'd be like completely anonymous, guaranteed anonymous.
Abominable.
But like,
Abominable.
I just think that most people in like their deepest, darkest, it would be like, I want $1 million so bad, and just like, boop. And then I think someone spoofed that.
What if it's a real
and
nice
they
button?
did it, and as soon as they open it, the guy's just like hits it 100 times. Like, what do I get?
You
He's
just
like,
kill 100 people.
yeah.
$100 million. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, maybe it's a good thing. Like, if you could if it's a nice, just like instant death, and it's like not a bad thing.
Just kind of like shuts you off.
But it's just
Yeah.
it's a death, right?
You
So
killed
it's
somebody.
But that's,
You took
that's
someone's
okay. So
life.
what I'm trying to rope that
That's
into is now imagine that
brother.
scenario slightly rearranged.
But would
you're
you
Nestle.
rather just like disappear, or get your head replaced by a fucking pelican case on the road in a brutal ass car accident after your fucking axle shears off? I'd rather just poof, disappear into
I'd
some
rather
dust or
poof.
whatever.
Yeah, I'd rather poof. I don't want a painful, agonizing death.
Have
I
an
mean,
Anki
I
case
prefer not.
replace my fucking spine.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
half man,
imagine,
half
dude?
Anki guitar case?
Yeah.
Or those risers just come apart
Yeah.
and chop your head off.
Yeah, fucking riser slices me,
Just saws
slice my
your-
arm off. Ah!
Saws
Just in the
pieces
side
you.
of the road, middle of Nebraska. Ah, psst.
That would suck.
Yeah, dude, I'd get
Never
my
mind
belt out.
nabbing of
I'd
that.
what do they call that? Tourniquet. I'd fucking.
You gotta
Yeah,
suck the
yeah.
blood back into you.
You gotta kiss me back to life, bro. You gotta kiss me back to life.
Suck the poison out. Oh man,
It's like-
the poison's coming out my ass.
Oh no! You guys ever saw that movie, The Member? Did you? Where these kids go camping and the one guy they get drunk and the one guy accidentally cuts his cock off.
Oh man,
No.
And then it's this whole adventure of them trying to chase his
Accidentally.
cock down because it gets taken away by a bear, and then like it gets bit by a snake, so they got to suck the poison out of
Yeah,
the
of
severed
course,
cock,
of
and
course.
like they find the cock, and then it gets sewn back onto this guy it's not his cock, and so they got to chase
How would
this
you
guy
do
down
that?
to get the cock back, and it's this big mess.
Another guy got
a
his
big
cock cut
mix
off.
up at the
Yeah,
hospital or
cock
whatever.
counter. He said cock
Dude.
like 100 times already.
Dude, it's a funny movie, The Member. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
So did that guy have two cocks?
No, one other guy lost his cock apparently. Fuck
guess it's
cock,
pretty-
cock, cock, cock,
Pretty
cock.
common. Pretty common.
A doodle do.
Okay, so now that we can't have this labeled on YouTube as 4 kids, what else can we
Right.
say?
Did we before?
No, never.
Poor kids. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't even remember what we were talking about now.
We're talking about cocks.
Oh, we're talking about being mortally injured on tour.
Yeah.
You were talking about the button.
Oh, the button.
button, yeah.
So
If
that's
a
what
guy
I
showed
mean.
up with a button.
That's why I think like people at corporations who are in essentially that scenario
They're
where
pushing
they're
the
like,
button. Oh, yeah,
are you going to
hammering the
keep
button.
this job that pays you like, you're making like $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year, and you have job security and everything, but you need to make this decision that will like affect the tax or the investor
Your
bottom line,
shareholders.
shareholder bottom line, and then you'd probably just be like, yeah, I'd rather keep this job, and
Just
I
kill
guess I'll
everyone.
just
Keep
look the
everyone
other
doing it.
way while I give this poisonous food to like a third world country. Like, but it's
Yeah,
sad.
wow.
It's sad, but it's like people, I think 9 out of 10 times will just be like, oh, well, it's not my fault. They just
Yeah.
compartmentalize it in their own mind.
It's not my
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
Take this tainted baby formula.
Jesus.
That sucks.
man.
I mean,
does suck. I
and
think
it's too
that's-
bad because I think that's like so many people. It's like how many people are willing to sacrifice themselves for a stranger?
There you go.
Like,
Yeah.
very few.
Depends on the situation.
Now,
What if the stranger's shitty?
Probably not.
What if it was like reincarnated Hitler?
I don't know. I feel like
But
I
you
have
didn't
a.
know?
I feel like I have a strong
And just like, oh,
survival.
let me save this
instinct.
guy,
Like,
and
I
then you
want to
save them.
survive.
every
You know what I mean? I want to survive, and if it comes between like if I was in a situation where it was like kill or be killed, I'm killing. But other than that, I don't want to kill anybody.
What if it was a
you know
hot
what
chick?
I mean? Like
Kill or be killed, and I just
kill the hot chick.
No.
Is she trying to kill me?
yeah, and then I'm
If
just
she's
like, oh,
trying to kill
sweet.
me, then yeah,
Just
it's game
kill me.
on.
What if
Just
it's like
kill
a
me.
5-year-old kid?
And he's got a gun or something.
Yeah.
That's a tough
Or
question.
he's got
Because if I say yes, I'm like, oh, Pete said he's gonna kill a 5-year-old kid.
yo, he's got a broadsword.
And what do I have?
he can wield it. You have
Can he?
nothing.
Does he have? Oh, that's tough. Because
Oh,
A 5-year-old kid with the broadsword?
I feel like I could run away from a 5-year-old kid with a
a
broadsword.
small sack full of like decent sized rocks.
Okay, I'm pretty confident I can run away from a 5-year-old kid, and if he's got
Wow.
a broadsword, I can probably run away
Say
even
you're stuck in a
more.
room with it. A 5-year-old
Okay.
kid with it. No, okay. 5-year-old kid with the what's the small version? There's the 2 samurai swords. The smaller one.
Okay, yeah.
It's got its own name,
The
doesn't it?
side sword, the one they use for seppuku.
He has a small samurai sword.
Okay.
Sharp as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you have a bag full of like golf ball sized rocks.
Ooh,
I,
those are
I
pretty
feel
good
like
rocks.
I could take a 5-year-old kid whether he's got a sword or not.
Ranged
how would
weapons
you,
are always
like,
good.
Okay, so how would you go about the
I
battle?
would run up to him and kick him right in the fucking face.
Dude, he would slice you
No, kids
right
are
away.
dumb.
No,
dude.
he's
Kids
5
are
years
so
old, dude.
dumb.
I would like jump over him and then kick him in the back of the head.
So at
Yeah.
5 years old, you're
Fuck
like
that
in
5-year-old.
grade 1. You think so?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
what
yeah.
if it's like a 5-year-old kid, but he's like definitely has trained for at least.
He's Naruto.
At least 4 years.
When he was
Naruto.
3, he started the
He's
art
basically
of the sword.
Gohan.
God.
He's Gohan.
So
It'll
he's
kill you.
so
Okay, so
yeah.
do I have the option to throw sand in his eyes?
You have no sand. Where would you have sand? You only
Bro,
have a
fart in
bag
his
of-
face.
I got a bag of rocks.
Fart
Okay.
directly in his
Well,
mouth.
I throw the whole fucking bag of rocks at his face, jump over him. So now I'm behind him and I kick his fucking 5-year-old ass over
I
into the
teleport.
ground. And then I stomp on his head and I
Teleport
hold him.
behind him. Calm down.
I hold him there with my foot till he lets go of that goddamn sword. Then I call his mother and he gets in the biggest shit he's ever been in his life. How about that?
He's in a
gets
shit.
thrown in jail for beating up a 5-year-old.
Hey,
All right,
he had
it's
a sword.
confirmed. Pete beats up children. Pete is a child murderer.
See, that's crazy. But to me, I think the obvious choice is I guarantee if I had a sack full of rocks, I could hit someone in the head from like 10 feet.
Probably, yeah.
Like, probably it would
5-year-olds
take
are
me
quick, though.
two tries, I think.
Yeah.
If it didn't hit him on the first time, the second one for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And a golf ball
Yeah, I think
size-
the rocks would just be a good distraction for him, so he doesn't get the sword in, and you got time to get in there and take the little shit out.
See, the thing about that sword is you get hit with it one time, it's so sharp that it would
True.
severely injure you.
True.
But kids are dumb. You could probably
Yeah.
just like destroy his brain with the small riddle.
Hey, maybe you'd be
Yeah,
like, "Hey,
you'd be
man,
like
you
a
want
Rid-
some ice cream?"
He's like, "What?"
You could do a Riddler type situation. Hit him with a crazy riddle.
There you go.
All right, let's get off this.
That was a weird topic. Yeah, we went off on a tangent there.
Remember touring?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Touring.
Fuck
Fortunately, we didn't have to fight any 5-year-olds with
Oh.
samurai swords. on
Speaking
tour.
of fighting 5-year-olds on tour with samurai swords,
Oh my god.
we will be shredding some sweet festivals.
That's
have
true.
Have we spoken about festivals?
We were actually
Not yet.
we were gonna segue into
What time
Europe
is it?
there, and then I don't know what happened.
I feel like Dave's probably gonna arrive at
Show
some
up
point.
We have
We
our
should
very first guest.
talk about
actually.
our Europe stuff before.
So
that,
yeah,
maybe.
we have a festival called Baden and Blut, which I think we still need to record a small promo for.
Oh,
maybe
sweet,
this will
yeah.
be the.
There's gonna be
the
some
time
sick
we
bands
do it.
there. I think Soilwork's the headliner,
Yeah,
right? That's gonna be
that'll be
gnarly.
fun.
They were
and then,
great
of
on
course, we're also doing the Lord #1 heavy metal festival of the whole universe, Wacken. So that'll be sweet. We were supposed to be on Wacken
the boat. 2020.
2020,
Yeah.
2 years ago, and then
Hey, kitty.
someone decided to become
Release.
infected. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Biden. Oh, look who it is.
Someone decided to eat a bat.
Somebody just showed up. Who could this
Oh,
be?
Joe
It's crap.
Biden.
Who could
unleashed
this
poison.
be?
All right. So we're gonna end this
All right,
podcast,
ending.
and
Yeah.
then we're gonna start another one
Yeah.
with our special
Everyone's in
guest.
here.
Bye.
That's the podcast, bro. That's right.